Alright, round one. Won the die roll. No black mana. Got a blister pod. We definitely want to be off to an aggressive start. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few green spells we can top deck, as well as any of our black mana. I guess we keep. I mean, we draw a black mana, this deck really gets on a roll. We draw a green 2-drop. We're still looking fine. We draw a Corrupted Crossroads. We're looking good. We've got an okay late game plan because of that Swarm Surge. Alright. Hey, there's a green 2-drop. It's a good draw here. That's what we're looking for. Decides not to make the trade. Play the drone with Death Touch up. I think we're going to let ourselves get ingested here. Decides not to. Okay. All right. Well, we're going for it. So I could put it on the blister pod, but I guess we just put it on the invoker. Looking pretty good now. We've got 4 creatures. We drew very well there. We needed the lands. We saw them. Even with the 16 land build, we've got, great removal. We've got a very developed board. We drew pretty perfect there. Still have some work to do, however. All right. That's a great draw, too. We're just drawing very well here. So, swing team. I don't care if he eats the blister pod. We're just interested in getting damage in here. All right, so I guess we kill the Silent Skimmer and trade with the Culling Drone. Otherwise, I could just eat the Culling Drone and save my saddleback. That might actually be better now that I think about it. But I could make it so he does not have a board at all. Not sure that matters, though. Let's just kill his Culling Drone and leave him with a 0/4. Save my saddleback. Could have taken both guys off his board, but like I said, him having an 0/4 seems really irrelevant, especially when we have Oblivion Strike. Alright, so now he's just dead. We O-strike the Embodiment Swing team. He can't stop enough damage. Alright. So playing against junk, devoid spells, and an embodiment. So not quite sure what his main colors are yet. I guess we're going to assume He's splashing embodiment, but that's kind of an awkward splash. It's not like out of the realm of reason, but it's a bit awkward. We don't have much in terms of sideboarding. We have the Elemental Uprisings, which I like our main deck more than that anyway. So I think we're going to stick to the same thing. This is another case where I think Titan's Presence is going to look good. Like, Titan's Presence with a Blister Pod can take out his 4-drop there, his Silent Skimmer, which is pretty good. So let's, I guess, just go to game 2 here. Like I said, we drew very well. Very rewarding draws there. This is a keep. We're going to keep this, definitely. The Unnatural Endurance looks very nice in this hand, and so does the Titan's Presence. Very good draw. No 2-drop from him. Nice draw. So now we've got Titan's Presence mana for something we can't deal with. We've got the Unnatural Endurance combat trick action going. Don't really care too much about Pilgrim's Eye. It does stop our Reaver Drone attack, but that's not a big deal. All right, well, let's play the Invoker. I'm not going to exile Pilgrim's Eye. We're going to save that Titan's Presence for something spicier. Cutthroat's going to look good if we can push through enough damage early. We have the Titan's Presence to exile stuff. Attacking. All right. I'm thinking Rising Miasma, which could be a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem. And I can't save with Unnatural Endurance, so you got us pretty good there. If I had a colorless mana up, that would have been better. Still are even on cards in hand, but you got us pretty good there. All right, we'll play the Bailoff Pup. I guess it was a 3 for 2, but I guess he got value off Pilgrim's Eye, so it's a little bit different than that, but still. And he put a Plains on top. All right. So definitely don't want to use Titan's Presence there. Guess I would prefer to not use Unnatural Endurance on a Loam Larva, but may do it anyway. I can't really play the Havoc Sower because I need it for the Titan's Presence. I could just do the Titan's Presence. Seems like a waste. But maybe Unnatural Endurance is going to be better later. Problem is, if I play Titan's Presence, I can't play anything anyway. I'm trying to think of the odds of him. It might actually be better to play Titan's Presence here. Like, Unnatural Endurance is going to turn this into a 5-power regenerator, which might just be better. All right, I think we're doing that. Because it lets me play Havoc Sower, which I think we want to do. I don't love playing Titan's Presence on that, but like I said, I think the problem is not being able to play Havoc Sower could be a costly one, because I need to put some more board presence out there. Yeah, so I can still trade a Unnatural Endurance for a Silent Skimmer, which is a good trade. Voracious Null too, not bad. All right. So swing with the Bailoff Pup. No plays. Was not expecting that. All right, so I can play the Cutthroat, which kind of turns off his combat tricks a little bit, but I still think we want the Havoc Sower instead. So we're just going to swing. We want to get a Hill Giant out there. I think that's all right. Cutthroat would have punished him for that, but we wouldn't have been able to play the Sower here, and I just think the Sower is better. He's got a creature, though, because he was debating playing it. So he debated playing it so in case I had like an Oblivion Strike so he wouldn't take as much damage. So he just did the Immolating Glare instead. General Tazri. All right. Now let's see, put it in your hand, too. It's pretty good. What ally we got? So would prefer to draw a 2-drop. If I don't, I think I am going to play the Cutthroat and sack it to the Null just so I can get in a 5-point swing. Well, it's 4 points, but he also gets drained. And I don't really want to sack the Havoc Sower so much. To Drew Stowart. Okay. Would prefer to draw a creature here, though. Alright. Slaughter Drone I'd rather sack than the Cutthroat. If I'm 1 mana short of being able to do everything here, but this is still fine. So, I'm going to play the Slaughter Drone. Sack the Slaughter Drone. Swing for 4. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, Swarm Surge is pretty nasty here. So, yeah, it definitely seems like the play. Let's go this in case he's got more removal. So if he double blocks the Voracious Null to kill it, he takes too much. Looks like he does in fact have a spell. Alright, I guess we'll kill General Tazri. Ooh, life gain is a big bummer. It's like exactly the opposite of what we want right here. So that was pretty brutal. Always sad to see Dazzling Reflection be good. Always sad to see a Gideon too. Alright, well, just went from how could we lose to, oh, that's how we lose. Might as well sandbag. Seems like went from almost assuredly win to 100% lose in just a couple cards. Pretty impressive. Dazzling Reflection into Gideon. How swingy Magic is. Alright, looks like we're just about done, but might as well play it out. Why not? Guess we're ahead on clock, but I doubt this would possibly go to time. So, Rising Miasma and Immolating Glare and Dazzling Reflection and Gideon, of course. So, good cards in there. Unfortunately good against us. Like, Dazzling Reflection is typically a pretty bad card, but when your opponent's playing hyper aggro, it tends to be pretty good. Alright, we will take a quadrillion damage. Like to rip a Scion Summoner. If I can find enough ways to chump block and get a Cutthroat going, could win this still. That's about our only way. Thought-Knot's here that I can't play, unfortunately doesn't do anything. Scion Summoner would have gotten us out of this. Not so much anymore. Alright. Go to game 3. See if we can't get the victory from our friend who got the Gideon. Any changes? So, Witness the End. Add yet another 4-drop? I'm not sure I want to do that. Elemental Uprising seems bad against tokens. But it does kill Silent Skimmer. Should I do an Elemental Uprising over a Tar Snare? Guess I could. It's probably not great, though. No, I think we're still fine. We just gotta hope he doesn't have Rising Miasma. Or Gideon. Or Dazzling Reflection. Alright. Would like to play first. Well, I guess we gotta keep. Not my favorite hand, but Stalking Drone into Cutthroat with Pump Mana up is probably what we need to do here. So this is where we potentially get rewarded for playing 16 lands. We'll see if we do. So far, so not rewarded. Just in case he's got removal for drone. I mean, we could just let him take damage from the Reaver drone, but I don't love that. Alright, I guess we pump. Like, he's not at Miasma mana yet, which makes me not want to do that. But we're out. Being out of gas now is pretty bad for us, admittedly. So, might not have been a keep, but like I said, the only way we get punished is drawing lands now. His Stalwart stopping our Saddleback could be a problem too, but so if he leaves mana open, looks like he's not. Broodhunter Worm, alright. So he can double block my Stalking Drone, and I can only kill like a Stalwart. Or I get rid of the Stalwart, and that also helps. Yeah, that's a pretty good rip. Let's go for it. Get rid of Stalwart, swing Drone, Saddleback. Yeah, I guess we want to kill both. Even though he's getting punished from the Reaver drone, getting it off the board seems correct. Ooh, there's a good draw. Let's do this while he has Dazzling Reflection mana up. Guess we can play the Crossroads too. If he has a Reflection, it's pretty irrelevant. He gains 3 life, and I still get to rip a card out of his hand? Yeah, like, this is just good. Now he doesn't get to use it as a combat trick. And if he's got 2 lands in hand, I don't care about that. Yeah, alright. He got it, but like I said, I don't think it matters. I'm not going to attack with the Cutthroat. Okay. Don't care about that. Seed Guardian. So if I think we attack with everything now. Because his best block is double block the Thought-Knot Seer to draw a card. So getting 5 points of damage in, a 6 point, and then following with Seed Guardian. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. If he wants to double block Thought-Knot Seer to draw a card and let us get a 6 point swing in, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this too. He doesn't get to draw the card. We double drain him. He takes 6. We get to follow up with a Seed Guardian. All right. So I guess we just attack with Seed Guardian. I don't want him to draw off my Thought-Knot Seer. And he can't really block Seed Guardian that well because we just get a big dude back. This is where Tarsnare would be a good draw. Unnatural Endurance would be good too. Titan's Presence would be a bad draw, but that's like it. Well, land too. Land and Titan's Presence not good. I would even set over a Blister Pod, even though it's not very good here. But we've got some actual great draws we can get to. Voracious Null. Yeah, Voracious Null's pretty good. So let me think about this. If I attack with the Thought-Knots here, he easy blocks. Gets to draw a card. I don't like that. Attack with Seed Guardian probably doesn't block. I play Voracious Null. I sack Seed Guardian. I get 2 4/4s. And then I have 3 4/4s where he's at 4 life. I think we do that. I'm glad he didn't block either. So this is going to be pretty good. So now we have 3 lethal creatures on board. And he's at 4 life. So he needs to play... I don't know if he can get out of this now. All right. Look at that. This is a challenging match, too. Our opponent, like I said, had some great cards against us. I don't know if bringing in the Reaver Drone was the best idea, because it ended up punishing at least a couple points of him for a couple points of damage. We definitely ran the risk of getting flooded there. Thankfully, we didn't. I'm hoping that it was because we're running 16 lands, or at the very least, playing 16 lands did not hurt. But opponent had some... Actually, in retrospect, kind of sketchy cards in there. Like Geyser Field Stalker's not very good. Scythe Master in a deck that wants to be defensive is not so good. So our opponent maybe just decided to go into white because of Gideon. Didn't have anything better going on. That's kind of what it looks like. Like he was building a green-black deck and it wasn't coming together. So then it was like, all right, I guess I'll go white because I opened this Gideon. And hey, it panned out game 2, but I'm glad we could get there game 3. All right, we'll see you in round 2.